Just set all the shit up. Open all the things up. Make sure things aren't playing in the background while we go.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. For the nest.
Oh, we're starting out great.
For the next
Yep.
half an hour-ish, we are going to be drinking a lovely cocktail, which you will learn more about later, and talking about some crazy fun stuff.
Yeah, there
some
you go.
crazy fun stuff.
You started out weak.
I started out weak.
You ended strong.
Mainly
Good
it
job.
was my lisp.
Yeah.
My lisp was showing.
Yeah.
With us, as always, on the time is the man of the hour, the man, the myth, the legend.
Who keeps us under an hour.
Who keeps us the man of the hour who keeps us under an hour.
Right?
Tom Super Volcano Krajewski. I feel like you just got a catchphrash.
Yeah,
What?
I like it.
Catchphrase.
It's good
Hi,
to have
Tom.
Hi. I haven't had a drink in over like 36 hours, so this is nice.
36 hours.
Seriously, I
Been
started
at least a day and a half since I've had a drink.
I've been snoring a lot when I drink now, so my wife.
no.
Last night I did not drink, so I did not snore.
Just
That
a
is
whole night. You went a
amazing.
whole night without
Pretty
drinking last
tough,
night.
yeah.
I definitely drank last night.
Did you?
Because I moved yesterday.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys. But like, I didn't just like pack up my shit and move. I mean, that is, I did do that. But I
was like, what else did you do when
I
you're moving?
purged on this move.
Oh, good.
I like meticulously went through every item of stuff that I own and decided whether or not it deserved to make the move with me.
Interesting.
Yeah. But that's not just like physically draining. That was emotionally exhausting.
Oh,
Like,
interesting.
what'd you come
yeah,
across?
What was
I
something that you
saved-
purged, but you were like, I feel bad about that?
Well, like I told you before we started recording, I found wedding invites for
Yes.
all of my friends' weddings, including Alex's and Heather's. And I was like, I don't need to save these.
Nope.
I threw them all out.
I'm sort of
threw
that
them
way with
all out.
birthday cards and Christmas cards. I have like a
I went
stack, and then I was like, what
yeah,
the? What?
I went through all the cards that I had been
Yeah.
saving, and I did save some, but basically I went through them all, and I was like, oh, from my parents, save. Oh, from my friends in second grade, save. Oh, from a human being I no longer talk to, throw away.
Yeah.
Like that's how
Yeah,
I
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of divvied
Did
it
you
up.
throw out the Christmas gifts we gave you this year?
Of course not. No.
Oh, yeah?
I specifically packed that flask in a Bible.
Oh,
Tom.
you remember.
Yeah, I totally did, and I ate all the
thought
Tim
that was
Tams.
a-
So
I thought that was a euphemism.
no.
I packed that flask in a Bible.
What? But more importantly than my move, guys.
Yes. Oh,
This is our 1 year anniversary.
that is correct.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Oh,
1
I mean, I think
year
I-
ago today.
Yeah, well, I think by the time this podcast
Yeah,
comes
it's
out,
probably
it's a
like
couple
a week.
days
Yeah,
late.
yeah, yeah.
But whatever. We'll say this is our 1 year.
We have been doing this show for a year.
That's crazy.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would
have thought that Alex and I coming up with just some like crazy idea to record ourselves in his garage
While
Yes.
drinking.
While
while
drinking.
drinking would lead to a year-long success
A year.
story?
And we started in the garage, right? I mean, this
Yeah.
is like
No, we've recorded every episode in the garage except for Drunksmiths and
And
the
the two
cons
live
we've
shows.
done.
We need to take an anniversary trip somewhere
We
to like maybe
should.
the front of your house and have a drink there or something.
I was going to suggest Temecula, but yeah, maybe
T-Mac.
the front of my house is very Temecula-ish.
I mean, you put a lot of work into that whole garden in front of your
We got
house.
to once the gate gets fixed, then we're going to utilize
fucking
it.
gate.
Never had a drink
The
there,
gate.
just in the uncomfortable garage.
I know,
It's
yeah.
the only place I've
Only
ever drank
drink.
in your house.
Yes, yeah.
And so speaking of drinking,
Yes.
segue.
Wow, that was quick.
Right?
I like it.
I made it happen. I made
Yeah.
it happen.
What are we drinking, Alison Haislip?
This week's episode is sponsored by Soylent. Now, Soylent, you might be going, huh? I've never heard of Soylent. Or some of you might be going, I've heard of Soylent, but I don't understand what it is. Soylent is a food. It's basically a meal in a bottle, and I don't want you to think it's like a protein shake or anything like that. It is a meal. It's a complete meal.
Yeah.
It has all of the nutrients that you need in a meal and like nothing else. You know, like sometimes you drink a protein shake, but it has 86 grams of sugar in it to get you all the protein or whatever. Soylent is a complete meal, and what we are drinking, Soylent, very, very kindly.
Yeah. Sent us some off-label recommendations.
Yeah. They knew what they were getting into when they decided to sponsor our podcast. They sent us Soylent drink recipes, cocktail recipes. So we are currently drinking a Soylent White.
Which, by the way, is fantastic.
It's delicious.
It's really good.
Okay,
It sounds so easy. Like,
So I actually drink Soylent.
Yeah.
It's a thing that I have incorporated into my daily life.
like
and when
that.
people ask me about it, they're like, "What does it taste like?"
Mm-hmm.
And my best description is that it tastes like cereal milk.
Yeah.
It tastes
Now,
like the milk.
and not sweet
Not sweet cereal. Like if you
milk.
if you drank the milk after eating a bowl of Chex.
Yes,
and I
yes,
say
that is literally exactly what it tastes
Yeah,
like.
and I say that because I want people to know that it's not like when you think of a meal replacement drink, you always think it's something heavy.
Yeah.
This is not. It's literally like drinking skim milk. That it has that consistency. So that's why we've made Soylent whites.
Yeah.
Because it was this is basically the milk aspect of a White Russian.
Yeah.
So it is an
And
ounce.
by the way, I'm going to throw this out here.
Okay.
I hate milk.
Oh.
Yeah. So do
I
I.
hate drinking milk. Like drinking milk is like torture to me. I was 100% cool with the Soylent.
Right.
So the cereal milk and all that, the stuff, and the milk of the White Russian and stuff like that. That said, as a guy who is very anti-drinking milk,
The milk of the White Russian.
It's not that. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
All right.
But I've decided I'm going to try, because we got a couple bottles.
Bottles of
I'm going to
Soylent.
try like a week where I have it for lunch.
Oh yeah. See, I
So I'm
drink
going
it
to
for
do
breakfast.
because
Yeah.
I got my breakfast is on fleek.
Right.
I'm got that on point.
Yeah.
My hard-boiled eggs.
Right.
Boom. And then do Soylent
For lunch. Yeah.
and then just do a nice healthy dinner
Yeah.
and see how that makes my body feel. I'm
Yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
jazzed.
And I mean, that's the whole idea.
I'm
Is
Utah
like if you
jazzed.
need a meal on the go, instead of getting fast food, you pick up a bottle of Soylent.
Yeah, way better.
So our drink, the Soylent White, is an ounce of Soylent. It's an ounce of vanilla vodka and an ounce of Bailey's.
Yeah.
And then it's shaken over ice, and it is
It's delicious.
By
I
the
could
way,
drink this all
I was
day.
about to say
For
it's
the-
fantastic, and I don't know where I got fantastic from.
I don't know either.
Freaking fantastic. That's where I got it from.
Bam.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Freaking fantastic.
But also, by the way, I just realized I have not consumed any calories this morning, so thankfully I'm
Hey.
getting a bit of calories in.
Boom. Probably about 100.
healthy calories
Yeah.
of Soylent
The buzz.
in with
Yeah.
me.
And the buzz.
So guess what, guys?
What?
Because you're listening to the Half Hour Happy Hour, you can get Soylent at a discount right now.
What? How do I do that?
So here's the deal. You can only get Soylent via their website right now, which I don't have in front of me. Is it Soylent.com?
Soylent.com.
It's Soylent.com? Okay. Go to Soylent.com. And Soylent is SOYLENT.com. And then use the discount code HHHH, all capitals. And you get 15% off your first month subscription. Which is great. So that's important, guys. You can only order Soylent online right now.
Yeah.
So go and this code expires at the end of April. So go to Soylent.com, SOYLENT. Use the code capital H, capital H, capital H, capital H. I don't know why I just said it that way. I made it really
Four
more
capital
confusing.
H's.
4 capital H's.
So many capital H's.
Get 15% off your first subscription or your first month subscription, and then you can make Soylent Whites.
It's basically the galaxy's easiest meal.
It is the galaxy's
As scientists
Yes.
and moon base soon to be purveyors.
Yes.
Is that purveyors of moon bases? I guess so.
It is the galaxy's.
It is going to be. I'm telling you right now. Soylent will be the food of the moon.
Oh, the food of our moon base.
The food of our moon base. Easy.
We'll sell it at the Circle K.
Well, of
Yeah.
course. That's all that's in the Circle
Yeah,
K.
it's just Soylent.
Yeah.
They're actually also sponsoring some really cool, Yuri's Night. Yuri's Night happens,
Yeah, that's the space rave.
is it tonight or tomorrow? It's Saturday. I think it's Saturday. So by the time you've heard this, Yuri's Night has already happened. But Soylent is sponsoring Yuri's Night.
So smart.
There's a...
Because it's science. It literally
yeah.
it's science in a bottle.
have you heard of this Everest No Filter?
What?
There's these two dudes who are going to climb Mount Everest with using no oxygen.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Soylent is sponsoring that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Soylent is just getting involved in a lot of awesome shit because they're basically the food of the future.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And like I said, I actually drink the stuff. I wasn't paid to say that. And I highly recommend.
I'm gonna try it for my lunch for a week and see how I feel. So good.
I'm
Maybe,
excited for more sponsors to give us alcoholic beverages. I mean, to be fair, Soylent did not give us an alcoholic beverage,
Right.
but they allowed us to turn it into an alcoholic beverage.
Well, because we would have been like
Which is awesome.
drinking. I don't even know what we
Yeah.
would have been drinking this morning.
I just got to give props to Soylent for really understanding who we were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, awesome.
Morning alcohol.
All right, speaking of people who understand who we are,
How
should
about
we
some
get
emails?
I have to say, I don't think I've ever gotten more responses to our podcast about what we said wrong than last week's episode.
Oh yeah. We've got some corrections.
It's not a hawk
Yes.
that paralyzes the tarantula.
It is called a hawk.
It's a hawk wasp,
Correct.
which makes so much more sense.
And is so much more terrifying. By the way,
Well-
it's the size of your hand. It's like this.
really?
Yes.
The wasp is?
Yes.
Where is
No,
this
it's
thing?
not.
Yes.
No,
God
it's
damn you
not.
guys. Help me Google one Kenobi.
Google what?
Hawkwasp. I don't know why it's German.
Wait,
Hawkwasp.
what? It's the
I'm
size
telling
of your,
you.
A tarantula is the size of your hand.
Yeah, hawk.
See, that's what made more sense to me was if it was a wasp just going up and stinging a tarantula and
Not a
paralyzing
small,
it.
not, bro.
What?
Hawkwasp.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
God, let me
that is
see.
The size
Hawkwasp.
of your
Oh
Oh my
hand.
God, that fucking sucks!
Hawkwasp.
Where do we not find these? Where do we avoid?
Don't ever go
where do we
anywhere.
find-
No.
Where do we avoid them?
I believe Texas, right? Isn't that where we're supposed to just
No,
avoid
they
them?
were on the fucking hike I was on with my brother 2 weeks ago. That's why we were talking about it, or
They're
last
called
week.
they're called tarantula hawks.
How big was the one you saw?
I didn't see it. There were pictures.
Oh, that's right.
It was a picture of a tarantula, and underneath it said, "Pity the poor tarantula." And I
Oh.
read it as it's saying, "A hawk paralyzes it." I must have missed the word wasp.
Do they only go after tarantulas?
Yeah, I think so.
They will your hand if you have a hairy hand. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God! And a couple extra
Somebody
fingers.
buried in the thing. Yeah. Let me see if it says where they are. Distribution, is that what that means? So from areas in India, Southeast Asia, Africa, Australia, and the Americas.
Broad.
Oh my God!
As far north as Logan, Utah, in the United
Well,
States.
guys, I was in Torrey Pines, which is right by San Diego. They were there.
Jesus Christ. I go there a lot.
I know. That's awful.
Moving out of the Americas right
Okay.
now.
All of the Americas.
Forget the Americas. I'm going to
Yeah.
Japan? I don't know. It
Canadas.
said
The
Asia.
Canadas.
Between
the
hawk,
Canadas.
between hawk wasps and Trump. I'm just
Yeah.
leaving the
We're going
Americas.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I need my fuck Cancer Island with no hawk wasps.
Yes. Fuck Cancer Island
Mm-hmm.
and hawk wasps.
Although it'd be filled with tarantulas, I guess. But anyway, so email.
Email.
I thought this was actually a very sweet representation. Speaking of the fact that you had moved, this is from Peter Leone. It says change is good.
Oh, okay.
Alex, Allison, and Mr. Volcano.
Hi.
I wanted to say keep kicking butt up with all the science.
Thanks, Peter.
I'm also sending this because I saw Allison's post on Twitter about her moving
Oh my
and the
God.
anxiety that it caused her. Believe it or not, but showing how difficult it is for yourself helps others like myself who is struggling with a leap out of a job, a new home, or any other adventure we may encounter. Wanted to give you a thumbs up and good luck on your new location.
Oh,
I thought that was
you.
really sweet.
That is sweet.
Yeah, because
And I
sometimes,
do-
it's
yeah.
like nice to know that even people that people enjoy listening to
Yeah.
are human and afraid of things.
Right. I think that all the time.
She's afraid of those wasps.
I remember thinking that, and this is
Everybody is.
This is going to sound crazy now, knowing where it has gone. But prior to the Britney Spears meltdown of 2007, when she was like, before that, when it was, she seemed like she just had her shit together and she was dating Justin Timberlake and all this stuff. And when she went through the breakup or whatever, I think I went through a breakup at the same time, and I was like, oh man, even Britney Spears has to deal with boy problems,
Yeah.
So I do think it's important, like knowing that people who may be public figures and so they only put one sort of image of themselves out there still struggle with the same stuff we do.
Yeah, exactly. And it does, it sort of humanizes everybody because I think it's one of the things that I think the internet has actually helped with, which is, a lot of times
Finding
you think
your
about
people.
and also like realizing that, you can put people on pedestals.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're just people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because I think like old Hollywood, you think of like, oh my God, like Greta Garbo, and you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, there's these unattainable superhumans,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, they're just
She still
actors.
She still had to trim her nose hairs like we do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she
Greta
did just
Garbo?
had
Just
to
saying.
trim her nose.
She had to pluck her unibrow like
Yep.
I do.
Yeah. I love
Just
that
saying.
you manscape your unibrow.
I
That's so
do. I have a
great.
big unibrow.
Do you what is your eyebrow regimen?
Oh, I get my eyebrows done.
Oh.
I go to a woman named Christy Stryker, and
She strikes it.
well, her last name is Stryker, but it's not spelled like
Yeah.
Whatever. But the place is called Strike, it's Strike with 3 eyes because it's her and her 2 sisters.
Oh.
And one of her sisters is a makeup artist and one of her sisters is a hairdresser. So they've
Yeah.
opened this like swanky salon in Beverly Hills.
Ooh.
And Christy does eyebrows.
Fancy.
And I never had anyone touch my eyebrows. I would just pluck strays here
Wherever,
and there.
yeah.
And then I met Christy through a friend, and she did my eyebrows, and I was like, I never knew my eyebrows could look so good.
That's so funny.
And then I started getting compliments on my eyebrows
What?
all the time.
That's amazing.
All
Allison,
the time.
those eyebrows,
Yeah.
so expressive.
No, like I think I might have told this story. I don't remember, but when I was very drunk at an Emmy party, it was the same Emmy party where I was like drunkenly eating it in an Outburger, and Amy
yeah.
Schumer was like, "I like your style, girl."
Yeah.
I went up to the guy who he's in House of Cards, and I'm spacing on his name.
Kevin Spacey?
Not Kevin Spacey, but his right hand man. You know the guy
Oh, yeah.
who he's in AA in the show, and he like weirdly kills people every once in a while. Spoiler alert.
I don't watch that show. It's too weird.
Oh, okay. Never
I'm
mind.
just kidding.
But I saw him at the party, and I went up to him, and I was like, dude, I love you. I was like, every time I see you pop up in something, I root for you. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, thanks so much. I love your eyebrows. And I was like, what?
Amazing.
It was literally the second sentence that came out of his mouth to me. And I was like, hilarious. So it's, my eyebrows have kind of become a thing with me now.
Alex,
I don't let people touch my eyebrows unless I go to Christie's.
Is it Michael Kelly?
Yes, that's it. Michael Kelly.
Now I want to get my brows.
Well, this is what I'm starting to think.
Specially
So I come from a long line of very bushy, fucked up eyebrows.
Okay.
Like that's just a thing that happens in my family.
Right.
Like my grandfather has eyebrows that greet you when he meets you. You know what I mean?
Like
they're
Eugene Kelly?
Hello, love. Welcome. Good day.
I like that
sir."
your grandfather's eyebrows are British.
Well, just his eyebrows. He's very American, born in Brooklyn. But anyway, so it's weird because I used to be like that. Oh my God, my grandfather's eyebrows are so crazy.
Right.
And then as I started getting older, I was like, what's this one thing coming out of my eyebrow? And so I
when you
just
get
started,
one like rogue eyebrow that
Yeah.
just starts going straight out for some
yeah,
reason.
you're like, dude, bro, where are you off to?
Yeah.
Like,
Where do you think you're going?
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
You're not trying to like touch the sun for the first time in your life. But so
I believe I can fly.
But so I started trimming my eyebrows, but mainly only when they were like, what the fuck? This
Yeah.
is like weird shit on my eyebrows. But the funny thing is that I have yet to, and sometimes I aggressively trim my eyebrows, and I've yet to get to a point where they even seem like they've been trimmed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I feel like I would have to, like there's a point at which I have eyebrows and then I have them all shaved off and there's no in between.
You can go to my eyebrow girl.
But this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
How fun would it be to get like your eyebrows done?
I mean, they like put oils on them and massage them. Yeah.
I want to end up looking effeminate, though. I already
No,
look enough.
no. Her
what?
her signature
big chest.
thing. She has the signature feathered brow. Like her whole theory is that bigger brows make you look younger.
Interesting.
So you would never look feminine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a man. I'm all man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should totally do. We should do a half-hour happy hour field trip.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
and just
Pedicures,
audio
pedicures,
record Tom and I getting our eyebrows
That would
done.
be-
Why aren't you touching me? What's going on?
so
Yeah.
funny.
I did. I got a shave once,
Oh,
like at the place, like a straight razor shave.
Yeah.
It was a I think it was a trick.
Why?
That Heather played on me. Well, because Heather likes when I'm clean shaven, and I'm never clean shaven.
Yeah, I
'cause
don't think
hate
I've
it.
ever seen you clean shaven.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
So the sort of like
It's
her
so funny.
trick was, I'm gonna get you this like spa treatment thing where they shave you with a straight razor, and I was like, okay.
That's
It was really satisfying.
it's
but-
interesting. I know a lot of guys who don't like being clean shaven, and I'm like, that's dumb. And then every once in a while, I'll see one of them clean shaven. I'm like, oh, I understand why you don't like being clean shaven. All
Also, ingrown hairs I get all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't do, that's one of the reason I don't do it.
right, guys, we have tangenticized so much.
Oh yeah. Okay. Shall we do some stories?
we have so much to get through. Yeah.
So many
Oh my
stories.
God.
Okay. That's the story.
was
That's the sound of the
really
story. Okay,
attractive.
first off, two big stories coming out of the Elon Musk empire.
We are such Elon Musk fanboys.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I love him.
So first off, we should talk about the SpaceX
Yes.
landing. So SpaceX has now successfully landed a rocket it used to launch shit into space. And by the way, I didn't know this part.
What?
It landed on a platform in the ocean, but the platform in the ocean is an autonomous drone.
What? It like seeks it out?
Oh, so
Yeah.
the platform can find it.
No, but the platform goes out,
Yeah.
lets it land on it, and then comes back.
Oh my god.
Oh, but also it can like adjust for where it's going to land. I would
maybe,
think.
maybe. I don't know how rocket science
That's
works.
Cool. By the way, on point.
Yeah.
First off, I just finished my Soylent White and I'm sad.
Yeah, me too.
But Soylent is sponsoring R-Loop, which is a crowdsourced, crowdfunded finalist in SpaceX Hyperloop pod competition.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, Soylent is the drink of the future.
It's gonna be the meal on the Hyperloop. I bet.
Yeah,
Like when you go and
when you
like,
get on, you get
would you like
instead
a
of getting
meal?
a complimentary bag of peanuts, you get a complimentary Soylent.
Anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah, you get a complimentary bag of Soylent. Is that what you just said?
No, you get a complimentary bottle of Soylent.
Yeah.
Did I say bag? I might
You
have.
said bag. And by the way,
Like I
maybe it
said,
comes in a bag. It could be like Capri Sun. Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, Capri Sun.
so good.
Soylent bag.
A Soylent bag. I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
All right.
So anyway, so they did it. They landed this.
did
They
it.
landed. Now, there's a couple crazy things that this means. First
Okay.
off, if you took off and shot your shit into space, and then you came back and landed on the ground,
Yep.
like on the land,
Yes.
it would take almost as much fuel, or not as much fuel because it takes a lot to break the gravitational pull, but it would take almost as much fuel to then get back, like backtrack back to land, because of when you launch up in the rotation
Oh, the
of the
rotation
Earth.
of the Earth. Yeah.
It sort of drags off to the thing like that.
Right.
So to be able to launch off of the ground, drop your shit off in space, and then basically just go straight down
Over the
saves
water.
so much gas.
and that's
But
the
it
whole
also,
point.
The whole point is lowering the cost of
Right.
per pound into space, because we even talked about it, that was one of the biggest issues.
Yeah,
is that per pound to space is fucking super expensive.
Right.
But if you can reuse the rocket, right? Because a lot of times half of the price of the shit is, so we build this giant expensive rocket and then it just sort of explodes.
Yeah, and then we just let it burn
You're
up.
like,
and,
well,
yeah.
what? Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that the rocket's reusable, huge money decrease, and the fact that it doesn't take as much fuel to land it back down on
Yeah.
this drone also lowers the cost of stuff.
Super
so
cool.
it's pretty cool. It's going to start being something where this
Yeah.
is going to become the way you get shit in space. Period. End of state. Like nobody else can compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just so much cheaper.
Oh, did I tell you I went and visited my aunt at JPL?
Yeah.
Not this past week, but the week before. Did I tell
so.
you guys this?
Yeah.
But did I tell you that one of the things she brought up was the fact that they now have a 3D printer in the space station to make tools?
Yeah.
We talked
Yeah,
about
we
it on
talked
our
about it
podcast.
on the show. Yeah.
Like, my aunt was like, "Oh yeah, it's really cool. Like we've now have this printer up there so we can make tools." And
Yeah.
and I was like, "We talked about that."
It's so smart.
Yeah.
It's so smart. Our moon base is going to be basically built by 3D printer.
Yeah.
And
That's
robots.
amazing. It's awesome.
Robots.
All right, what's the
Robots
other
that will then
there
turn
was-
into sex slaves. What?
Oh, yep.
I like how you did.
I was just saying, multi-purpose
He was
tool.
thinking of
You
me.
said there were
Thanks,
two
Adam.
Yeah.
major things about this.
No, two major things that Elon did. So,
Right.
landed the SpaceX.
Oh.
Second thing,
Okay.
the launch of the Model 3.
What's that?
The
Oh, the
new
car.
Tesla.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's like, hey, we're fixing space. And then, hey, here we have new cars. But it's
Fixing
gone
space.
crazy. Like, they're going to have a little bit of a problem.
What? Oh, because people signed up for it so far in advance, right?
375,000. They were
Wow.
expecting 125,000
Oh my god!
in the total
Yeah.
pre-order.
Yeah.
375,000.
Because you
For
put
our
a grand
car.
down, right?
You
So
put
that'd
a
be
grand down.
75 million.
375
Yeah.
million.
Dollars.
Wow.
Now they got to make them.
But now they got to make them. That's the big issue. Is they've been sort of not hitting their marks on the making of them, because at the end of the day, they're like, we love that people love it. And by the way, I would totally get it. So a couple different things. A, it's less expensive by a long shot. So like the base model is 35,000.
Right.
Whereas I think the base model for the Model S is like 65,000.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're right.
But the other thing that I actually like is I love the Tesla. It's just a little wide.
Is it wide?
Oh,
It's just a little wide.
interesting. You don't really like the body type out of all the stuff that's on it.
Dude, seriously, if
Yeah.
it was like the size of my BMW, I would have had one already.
Right.
But and it's mainly just because of my fucking parking situation where I got to kind of squeeze around
Right.
my wife's
Dude,
car.
my
and all that
parking
stuff.
in my new place it'll keep me sober.
Oh, really? Oh my god. Well, but
Yeah.
if you got a Tesla, you could just let it park yourself.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, you could be like
And
that
drive you
one.
home.
Oh, by the way, my aunt and uncle got their Tesla.
Yeah.
Hasn't left their garage yet because they have to wait. So, and one of the benefits of getting it if you live in Los Angeles is that if you drive an electric car, you get the
Yeah, the HOV stickers.
the HOV sticker, so you can drive in the carpool lanes.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get the HOV stickers until you have your plates. and you don't get your plates until like a month after you get the car.
Yeah.
So the only reason my aunt has this Tesla is because she lives in Playa del Rey but works in Pasadena at JPL.
Yep.
So she wants to be able to drive it to work. But there's no point in driving it to work unless she can drive in the HOV lanes.
Yeah.
So she's waiting to get the plates so she can get the stickers and then finally drive it. So it's just been sitting in her driveway, and I'm like, or in her garage. Dude. I'm like, did it park itself in the garage? She's like, no, I literally drove it home from the dealership, parked it in the garage, and then
that is fantastic.
Oh, she also told me when you pick up the car, they allot you. They basically schedule an appointment for you to pick up your car, and it's a 45-minute appointment in which they go over all of the stuff in the car because there's a lot that's different.
Yeah.
You know, than regular cars.
Yep.
She's like, me and your Uncle Frank went to go pick up the car at our appointment. They were there for 3 hours because they asked so many questions.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because they're both fucking rocket scientists.
Yeah.
So they were like, how does this work? And why would we do this? And what is the point of this? They literally
that's
know
amazing.
the car inside and out.
That is
now.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So the Model 3, so it's a little wide, right?
Yeah.
But the Model 3 is smaller, less expensive.
Right.
But here's the crazy bit. You ready for this? Yeah. What? So when it was first launched, you know how the Tesla has that like giant, like super iPad?
Yeah, in the center.
The whole center console. And it's landscape, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? The Model 3 came out, and it's the same screen type thing. It's a little bit smaller, but it's portrait.
Oh.
So it literally looks like you have this like 17-inch
Wait a
computer
minute.
monitor.
I think you used the wrong words.
Yeah, you said.
Your hands did the right motion, but your
the
words did the wrong thing.
Portrait is the up and down.
Portrait is
landscape
vertical.
is side by
So
side.
yeah, you mean the current one is
Current
portrait.
one is portrait. New one comes
the new
out
one's landscape.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Good,
makes
good,
more
good.
sense.
But here's the thing: when they
Yeah.
came out, people were like, "Burr." Like,
Burr?
that seems like a way. Like, why would you? That seems less good than the way you initially had it.
Oh, I see.
But here's the crazy thing.
Okay.
People have started speculating. The reason why that actually would make sense, the only reason why that would seem
To
way
move
better.
from portrait to landscape.
Yes. is if the car was autonomous driving. Because then the steering wheel would push in,
Right.
and the driver would have equal amount of personal screen time. So if you split the screen down the middle, the driver and the passenger have their own portrait
I see.
device.
To goof off on, you mean?
Yeah. So they literally are
to
like
split the landscape into two
and the thing about
pieces.
this whole concept of this car is Elon Musk was like, there's so much other shit that this car does that we aren't even going to talk about until it gets closer to launching of the car.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Awesome.
So people are
Now
like,
you're making me feel like I should have gone and pre-ordered one.
bro. My buddy stood in line because he was like, a friend of mine called and was like, "Hey, I'm in
Can you
line.
still
wanna
pre-order
come?"
one?
You can, but not. You're going to be Mrs. 375,000.
Well, wait. When are we supposed to get these
001.
cars?
2017.
Because I could potentially need a new car by then.
17?
Yeah. Because yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
this
that's
is
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
Have a problem.
Like I
They
don't
gotta
know.
deliver in a year.
Yeah, well, they got
Wow.
they have to deliver 375,000,
Yeah.
not in a year. But so this is becoming a big issue. The other thing that's a big issue that they're
Okay.
starting to run into, which is very interesting. So part of the reason that people like to buy the electric cars is because you get a $7,500 tax credit
Right.
from the U.S. government.
Right.
They only give those out for the first 200,000 cars from any model type or manufacturer.
Oh, so those other people don't get it.
Right.
The other
and a lot of people, Kelly Blue Book did this thing, and they found that 40% of the people that they that were surveyed on Kelly Blue Book about buying an electric car said the only reason we're going to buy an electric car is for the tax rebate.
So now
Right.
people are screwed from this?
Well, there will definitely be people who don't qualify for the tax credit.
Well,
for
look,
the
there's
Model 3, but-
175,000 people who still went and signed up for it, knowing they weren't going to get it.
Maybe
Yeah.
they. Yeah, okay.
But that's the thing, and this is the other thing, and now there's a whole thought that Tesla is going to have to go raise like up to $3 billion
Ooh.
just to be able to expand capacity.
Oh,
but
to make these
to make the
vehicles.
cars.
Oh,
But this is
wow.
also the craziest thing. This is the most successful car product launch in the history of the automotive industry.
That is cool.
I just love that they're fucking everything up. There's no dealerships.
Right.
Like when you go to a place, it's not a dealership. It's just a store.
Yeah.
Like there is no like
can't see
shady
the car.
salesperson. Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
no like shady card salesman. There's just people that are like, "Do you want one or not?"
I know.
But this also got me thinking about, and you know, interested to see what you think about this as a co-homeowner as well, which is it started me thinking of because about 5 years ago, Heather and I were conceptualizing the idea of getting solar panels.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is like that industry is like
I'm shocked you don't have
fucked
solar
up.
panels.
But it's because it's so fucked up. It's
Why?
confusing because there's like so. Elon,
My cousin has solar panels.
yeah, but there's this is the thing. It's a philosophical issue that I have.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So Elon's cousin created a company called Solar City, I think. Yeah, Solar City.
Okay.
And the whole concept of that is they don't sell solar panels. They are an energy company that sells you energy, but way cheaper, and it's from the sun. Right? Like, that's
What?
how they want you to think.
So they
Yeah, that's kind of weird
So they
because it feels like, why do you get to charge
Right.
me for the sun?
Right. Well, yeah. And why wouldn't I just... I mean, this is the problem is... And, my buddy and I had this whole argument or conversation about, like, why can't you just go and buy solar panels that then power everything about your house?
Right.
And you don't have... You can just cut the LADWP.
Ooh, you can cut the cord.
Yeah, literally. The cord.
Yeah.
The cord.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure people have. I'm
Well,
sure, like,
maybe like in the sticks of Arizona
Yeah,
or
that's what I
something. But I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
why isn't there a company that's like going around and saying, "Hey, we
Here are
will
the panels." Yeah.
we will give you the panels. We'll give you the panels."
I mean, that's how you go off the grid. That's what the grid is
Yeah.
the power grid.
But I feel like there's not enough.
Yeah,
Technically
it's not
yet.
there yet.
But
Yeah.
but 5 years ago it was almost there for us. It was like I can't even remember how it broke down, but we literally had like them piece out how many panels we would do. It was like 25 panels on our house that was doing like 6.5 kilowatt hours of energy
Whatever it was,
at peak energy. And I was like, that's great. Let's do it. But then it was just sort of like we started doing the math and we were like, we're not saving that much money on our bill. Like we're saving a
really?
little bit of money on our
Yeah.
bill. Like maybe cutting it in half, but cutting
That's nice.
Yeah, but cutting your electrical bill in half, but then having to spend $20,000 to buy a bunch of panels.
Oh, so you have
You
to
start to
have to
go-
work out the math of when
Right.
that pays itself off.
Now here's the fucked up part.
Okay.
It would have paid itself off by now had we just pulled the trigger.
See?
Hindsight being
Yeah, because my
2050.
cousin, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago got solar panels on his house. He lives in
Yeah.
Maryland. He lives in, I mean, not like super in the sticks, but kind of in the sticks.
and by
Maryland.
the way, Maryland compared to the sun that we get in fucking Southern California,
Well, yeah.
is nothing. But I mean, like,
But-
if it helps him,
My point is that the solar panels collect so much energy
Yeah.
that he actually sells it back to the
Yeah.
electrical company, the power company,
Yeah.
at the end of the month.
yeah,
So, like, for him, he's making money off of this. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just fucking do it.
It's really shocking to me that you haven't.
Yeah, and our house
out of
is very
Out of
exposed.
all of my friends, you are my
Yeah.
friend that I feel like would have had them already.
Yeah.
Aren't there those bikes
Yeah.
you can now like ride for an hour a day and it powers your house for 24 hours? Haven't you heard about that?
What
Wait, like
the
an
fuck?
exercise bike?
Yeah, I'll find the article.
Yeah.
Oh my
on
gosh,
my
you
Yeah,
it
let's
makes
follow that up.
you
Because I would exercise.
yeah.
That's like somebody paying me to exercise.
Right, exactly.
I would totally do that. I'd be like,
I'll
oh, fuck,
find
I haven't done my hour today. So.
I literally I'm like already trying to think of a place in my new apartment where I could put the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
I can't
yeah.
wait for you guys to see my new place.
Yeah,
I'm
when
so
are we
excited.
seeing
Yeah,
it?
when's the
I don't
unwailing?
know. I don't know.
Unwailing.
Whenever I unpack, the thing is like I have this week to unpack, and then I haven't talked about this on the show yet.
Ooh.
And then I start shooting BattleBots season 2.
Hey,
What?
we got it. By the way, we got an email from somebody who
What?
was going to tell us about the snakes or the not snakes.
What?
The
I don't want anyone to tell us about the
hawk,
snakes.
the tarantula hawk
Oh, the
wasp.
tarantula, yeah.
But I didn't get to it because you were already saying I got so many responses. But
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end of it, he said I'm going to be go to the BattleBots taping this year.
Oh, who is this person?
Riley Knox, which by the way,
Hi, Riley Knox.
great fucking name.
Yeah, man,
Ri-
your parents
Riley
rocked that
Knox.
one out.
He didn't. He's not
yes.
competing, but he'll be there in the stands. And he was like, "Is she going to be
Fantastic.
there?"
I am going to be there.
I'm so excited.
So the moral of my story is that
we won't.
I will not be having people over to my place anytime soon because I literally unpack and then immediately work for 2 weeks. So.
And they're taping here, right?
here in Los Angeles.
so nice.
I don't have to go to Vallejo again.
Vallejo. Whoa. Vallejo.
Nope,
Oh,
it's not
oh,
how
oh.
it goes. Not how it goes. Do we have time for one more story?
Yes,
what do
we
have?
do. And by the way, this is the best. This is the best.
Best.
Rage yoga.
Rage yoga.
Oh my gosh.
Rage
This
yoga.
sounds like some
Already.
yoga I could get behind.
Encourages posing while cursing, drinking, and listening to metal.
Yeah.
Right? How great is this? So this was created.
Awesome.
This was created in Canada, and they said that one of the oh fuck you.
Oh, ad. Why'd you come up, ad?
Because
Go away, ad.
it's so sneaky. It's actually a cute ad, but anyway, they said that most people who don't do yoga
Right.
cite one of the reasons they don't do yoga is because it's boring.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this yoga instructor in Canada was like, "You want not boring yoga? Done."
Done.
And literally created rage yoga. And it was also after she had like broken up with this long-term boyfriend, and she was just
man.
like pissed, and she was like, "I'm gonna fucking, I want to rage."
I need to rage.
And
Yeah.
so it's become this new like thing that's sweeping the nation.
You do it to heavy metal?
It's heavy metal.
Yeah.
You drink. You're asked to not
Encouraged.
encouraged. Thank you. You're encouraged to curse out loud
wow.
while you're doing the yoga.
So you can be like, fuck!
Yeah, which is so. That sounds like
Yeah,
so
I
much
would probably
fun.
do. I for a hot second. Ooh, that's pun intended. When I get to the end
Did
of
you
the
do
story,
Bikram?
I did. Well, it's not Bikram, but it is hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Bikram is a certain temperature. This
Oh.
was like 10, 15 degrees under that.
So it was like mildly warm.
It was
yoga.
still hot.
Yeah.
But I did it at the beginning of the year. A friend convinced me to
Yeah.
sign up. You know, it was like for a month for $40 or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was one teacher. I only went a few times, but I only went with this one teacher because while we were doing yoga, all the music that was playing was like Radiohead.
Oh, that's
or,
awesome.
You know, it was like, I don't want to say pop music, but it was like music you knew. You
It
know?
wasn't that like spa music that
right?
usually
No,
plays.
and like so I could do the yoga and like sing along in my head
Right.
to the songs. Now, like legitimately, the only reason I didn't continue, I actually did enjoy it, but
Yeah.
the problem is when you do hot yoga, you have to wash your hair afterwards. You have to.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
And I was like, there's
'Cause you
no
sweat.
way. Like, I would only want to do it once or twice a week because I didn't want to have to wash my hair every day because that's not good for your hair to wash it every day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wash my hair every day, but I think that's
Well,
mostly
boys,
guys.
it's different. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
have shorter hair. With women, this is what I learned because you guys know I've had every hair color under the sun.
This is true.
Ever since I was 18 years old.
Is this natural, by
This
the
is
way?
my actual hair color, what I have now.
Confusing me.
This is the first time I have not dyed my hair in a year and a half, which is I used to dye my hair every 2 or 3 months ever since I turned 18.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, when I was a redhead, I was a redhead, and then I booked a film, and they needed me to be blonde, and I had 3 weeks to get from like really vibrant red to blonde,
Yeah.
and it fried my hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, after I finished that film, I was like, I need to take care of my hair. So I went to a hairdresser, and that's when I started. My hair was like basically really dark brown, almost black.
Yeah.
Because the color would strip out so quickly. But my hairdresser was like, you know what is really just going to help your hair is you need to stop washing it.
Interesting.
She's like, you need to get the oils still
Back
in your hair.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I wash my hair every day. And she's like, you shouldn't wash your hair every day if you have healthy hair. Because the oils that your head creates are good for your hair.
Yeah, that's why they create them.
Exactly.
For your hair.
So I got on a routine of really only washing my hair twice a week and like living on dry shampoo.
Oh, what's dry shampoo?
Baby powder.
Dry shampoo. It's basically like a sprayable baby powder.
Yeah,
Is-
really?
yeah.
Interesting.
It's the
Hey,
greatest
Tom's
stuff
like,
ever.
I know this.
Tom, you will never need to use dry
I
shampoo.
use this.
It doesn't.
Because
It
I'm
doesn't make
balding?
sense.
Is that what
You're
No,
not
because you
balding.
just have such short hair.
You have short hair.
Yeah.
Alex, you could maybe use dry shampoo.
I need to get my hair.
But you
cut.
spray
get
it in
that.
your roots and you just shake it around a little and it doesn't look so oily.
Got it.
And so I got on
Interesting.
this routine of only washing my hair 2 or 3 times a week, and so then I couldn't do.
Well, it looks
Interesting.
Good, Allison.
Thanks.
I
Yeah,
have-
and then my actual hair color could grow out
Yeah.
healthily.
Yeah.
And now here I am with my real hair color, and I get so many compliments on it. And I'm
Just like your eyebrows.
I'm just like my
I love
eyebrows.
your hair
I know,
color
but here's
and
the
those
deal.
eyebrows.
I went all natural on my brows and my hair, and all of a
That's
sudden people
amazing.
are like, "You look good." And I'm like, "Shit!"
You're like,
Even
"God
I should have
damn it."
just left myself alone for the last decade and a
Oh,
half
dude,
of my
that's,
life.
That's every person on the
Right?
planet.
I
Are
know.
you kidding me? I have actually started going back into yoga. I've been doing yoga for
Oh,
about
nice. You
a month and a half. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I texted him the other day, and he's like, "I'm about to step into an hour of yoga. I'll call you when I'm out." I was like, "Okay."
You're like, What's a pretentious douche?
Sure, Alex, whatever.
Yeah, no, I have.
I'm about to go eat In-N-Out Burger, so I'm cool too.
Yeah, no, I've started doing. I have like a little 10-minute thing that I do every day.
Yeah.
And then I have a lady that comes every other or 2 days a week.
You have a
and
woman
bends
who
me.
comes to your house and does
Yes.
yoga for you?
Yes, because otherwise, guess what? I won't do any yoga.
Do you feel better?
Oh, I feel much
Yeah.
better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was having a stomach cramp thing that.
Oh yeah,
was-
you told us about that.
and then found this yoga lady who's basically like a medical therapist for
Right.
different things.
You
And I was
know
like,
what?
my stomach kind of hurts, and she was like, do this, and now I feel, perfectly fine,
Wow.
and I feel better.
Yeah. A lot of my friends lately have been getting into acupuncture.
I've been wanting to try it.
Yeah,
and my
and
buddy
I've
was
been
like,
hearing
I wanna
really
try it.
good results from it too.
I just don't know what it would be that I would ask them to poke me
Well,
for.
that's the thing.
You know what I mean? Like,
So
You're
so
perfect.
one of my friends who's now kind of swearing by it, he was like, a doctor recommended he go get it for something. I
Got
forget
it.
what it was.
Yeah.
So he went to this acupuncturist and she was like, look, I understand why they want me to treat you for this. She's like, but I can tell that you have a bigger issue here.
Oh.
And I'd rather treat you for that first. Like they can
Interesting.
sense, they're
That's kinda fun.
they're empaths in a
yeah,
way.
yeah.
That's cool.
Like she could sense it, and he was like, "Okay," and he the woman did all this, all the needle work or whatever on him, and he was like, "I felt like a different human being walking out of
Wow.
there." Yeah.
How often do you do it?
I don't know. I think maybe he went.
Like
he's
once
been
a
going
week?
maybe twice a week.
Twice a week?
Dude, my friend has a cat who she takes to see an acupuncture.
My friend's dog did that because she's
Yeah.
got fucked up hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like pet acupuncture is like a big thing. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, we live in
Pet-upuncture?
Los
LA.
Angeles.
Come on, there's
some weird shit, but
There's
still.
a fucking high-end pet hotel where the
know.
top suite is $200 a night,
Oh my god!
and it's got a TV, a king-size bed. It's crazy.
a king size
I'll
bed.
rent that place
I know. I
out
was
for myself.
like, yeah.
Fuck that
Sleep
shit.
with some stranger's dog.
Are we done?
$100.
Did we finish up
Yeah,
our time
we did it.
on
We
that
did it.
night? Did we do it?
We did it. Rage yoga, everybody.
Hey everyone!
Fuck that bend.
Thank you all so much for listening. I'm sure we also said some things wrong on this episode. So if you want to, no,
No.
we're always right because we're scientists. But please send us emails at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Those are our places, right? Yeah.
Those are our places.
Yep. Awesome. Like we said, drink Soylent. I very much enjoyed my Soylent White. Go to
Yes.
Soylent.com. Use the code HHHH, all capitals. Get 15% off your first month's subscription.
Oh, yeah.
And that is it for this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
I'm Alex Albrecht. Tom Krajewski was just singing in the corner.
Singing in the corner.
We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.